Today's title is, Am I the a-hole for refusing to return my neighbor's special binoculars unless his wife comes and gets them? Hi. IF28 recently moved into a new neighborhood. All my neighbors are lovely. Especially my next door neighbor, bless his heart, wink wink. He's married and has 2 kids. I noticed that he's been looking towards my house for a while. So far I'd caught him doing it twice. He had his binoculars with him and was basically, seemingly looking at my living room. I hate confrontation, so what I did was close the curtains and go about my day, but it started escalating. The other day he was peeking at my backyard, where I was sitting, from his balcony, and his binoculars fell in my backyard. I looked up and he was gone. He knew that I saw him. I took the binoculars and put them inside. In the evening, he came knocking on my door asking how I was done and whatnot. I rolled my eyes but kept it civil. He then brought up the binoculars and said that they must have fell in your backyard earlier today. I was like, wonder how that happened. He said something about his kids probably messing with them and asked if I could go get them for him. I said I have them, but I won't give them to him unless his wife comes and gets them herself. He looked at me shocked and angry and said that these binoculars are his, and they're special because he has them from when he was in military. And said that his wife has nothing to do with this. I told him that I will give them back once his wife shows up and asks for them, all he has to do is send her over. He threw a fit saying he can't send her because then she'll misunderstand the situation. I told him there is not misunderstanding if they're kids, we really the ones using the binoculars, and insisted I won't give them back till his wife comes and gets them. We got into an argument, but he kept his voice as low as he could, then left looking furious. He's been complaining about me wanting to stir drama and keeps demanding I return his binoculars back to him and leave his wife out of it. Am I the a-hole? ETA, forget his age. He's 37. The first comment is, not the a-hole. Your neighbor is a creep. He knows he's doing something wrong and he's trying to get away with it. I'm sure other neighbors have noticed. If you see creepy's wife, see if you can talk to her. Get some cameras and close the curtains facing their house. If he's watching you in the yard again, snap a photo and call the cops. The second comment is, not the a-hole. Honestly, good for you for standing your ground on it. The whole situation is creepy AF. Alternatively, to avoid, potentially, the police getting involved, you could wait till he's not home and take them to the wife yourself. The third comment is, not the a-hole. But I would consider filing a police report if you do not feel doing so puts any involved party's safety at risk. He was clearly spying on you and has been. This is very violating. It's harassment. This peeping Tom behavior will escalate and you're also at risk of violence from the current situation. A report will help develop a pattern of behavior if you need to file an order of protection or pursue greater action down the line. The fourth comment is, not the a-hole. Lots of great advice here already. Be careful though, OP. These are red flags, and you don't know what else this guy might get up to. I agree with others that you need security cameras, documentation of your interactions, and a police report. There is an implied threat in asking his wife to come get them, and you don't want some unhinged pervert feeling threatened to lash out at you in any way, even though I think your response is great. I would make a police report. On the off chance things escalate, you need to start your paper trail very early on before law enforcement will intervene. It's sad, but educate yourself on how many stalking victims become murder victims. Peeping can easily become stalking. I hope this is an insignificant one-time event, but only time will tell. Edit, just putting it out there that Ted Bundy, BTK, and the Golden State Killer were all peeping Toms before they started out as murderers. Not to scare OP, but just for the geniuses who think peeping is something that should immediately be dismissed. Could also be that he loves your landscaping and doesn't want the wife to be jealous of your azaleas.